first video on this. I'm doing a specs video.
Requesting backup.
I am using the Demolitionist, and because you get an extra explosive damage. And well, let's get into it. So, as you know, the explosive Demolitionist. I use the Good Times high-end light machine gun. 81.5k damage. I get 15% LMG damage, 10% damage to targets out of cover, and 10.5% magazine size. And then it has perfect fast hands, which gives me crit hits. Add a stack of stacks to is 40. That doesn't really matter, but my secondary is the exotic backfire submachine gun. It does 70.9k damage, 15% SMG damage, 16.5 crit hit chance, and 9.5 magazine size. The talents aren't great, but it's payment in kind. Dealing damage to enemies adds a stack of plus 1% crit hit damage up to 200 stacks lasting 10 seconds. On reload, apply a 10-second bleed to yourself, which deals 0.5% armor damage per stack, which doesn't really affect me too much. And then I'm using 3 of the brand new Empress International brand sets, which give you 10% skill health, 10% skill damage, and 10% efficiency for all 3 of them. I'm using it for my face mask, my body armor, which gives me brace while in cover. Weapons handling is increased by plus 45%. You want to get as much skill haste and as much skill damage as possible in this build. So its abilities, it has a max skill haste of 12%, a skill damage of 9.7%, and another skill haste of 9.7%. So I'm at skill tier 6. I have 0 and 0 for armor and damage, and I'm at 18 altogether for skill. Getting into the third, which is my backpack, I have 11.1% skill haste, 8.7% skill damage on this. I can still add 1 slot. It has perfectly calculated for its trait. Kills from cover reduce skill cooldowns by 15%. So, and that's any kills. That's a kill with a weapon or a kill with a skill. Basically, what I do is, I will demonstrate after this, but what I do is, kills from damage, whatever, they do damage. And then I use 2 of the China Light Industry Corporation. And that's basically because the first one you use, you get plus 15% explosive damage. The second one is plus 10% skill haste. And then I have plus 10% skill damage and plus 10.8% skill haste on this one. And then the second one is on my knee pads, which gives me 10.9% skill haste, 9.7% skill damage. And then my holster is the Wyvern Wear, which gives me plus 10% skill for 1. And then it has, plus 10% skill damage for 1. And then it gets another 10% skill damage and 9.2% skill haste. And for my skills, I'm using the hive, the Stinger Hive, which does 1,704,372 damage for PvE. PvP damage is 265,037. And then it gives a PvP bleed damage of 14,864. It gives bleed damage of 59,457, and the bleed duration is 7.7 seconds. And it has a range of 10.4. And then my second skill is the Cluster Seeker Mines, which do 150 damage. I get 10 mines. Blast radius is 2.1 meters, and PvE damage or PvP damage is 510 or 510,921. My stats are, well, yeah. So I will get into the what they can actually do now. Let me see. Where do I want to go? Here. Alright, I will actually fast travel here so I can get there faster. This build is good for soloing, and it is great in a group. You are a great backup in a group, but it is good soloing too. I've done a lot of soloing on this build. And if you like what you see, hit that subscribe button and the like button. And yeah, hopefully you'll see more of me then. Let's get to this. Alright, first what I do is usually I throw out my seeker mine, or my cluster, my hive, and let that do some damage, and then throw out my cluster seeker mine. And then
reinforcements en route.
And the reason I went with the long distances, but then the SMG is just for long, short distance. When somebody gets up close to you, good for that. But as you can see, my
Incoming hostiles detected. Heavily armored hostile detected.
okay.
It's going down!
Well,
Hostile
that's
supply convoy
good to show
detected.
you how this works, and I hope you like it. And,
Supply room access.
yeah, I hope to be able to bring you guys more.